What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to you guys about a very simple yet very useful DAX function known as Isfiltered. So before we get started by showing you an example in Power BI, I just like to go to the Microsoft website to show you guys a description of what the Isfiltered DAX function does. So what it does is that it returns true when the specified table or column is being filtered directly. This statement is going to make a lot more sense to you once we go into Power BI. Okay, so this is the syntax. We have Isfiltered, and then we have a table name or a column name. What this is basically doing is that it's checking Isfiltered, is this table name or column name filtered? As simple as that. So, okay, now let's go on to Power BI. So here's a great example of how we'd use Isfiltered to make it useful, right? So what I did for you guys to be able to visualize exactly what Isfiltered does is that I just made a simple filter measure called filter, and here is the DAX measure inside of it. So Isfiltered dim calendar year. What's going on is that it's checking if dim calendar year is filtered. And no, it's not. False. As you can see here, nothing is selected. Now if I select 2023, now it comes out as true. So that's what the Isfiltered function does, right? It checks if something is filtered or not by true or false. So that's why the if statement comes in handy. Right, so where is it? Okay, right here. Okay. So what I wanted to do here is because before I put if Isfiltered, what would happen is that this whole thing would turn blank. Why? Because the visual didn't know what to do when no year is selected. Because what's happening here? Well, it's returning same period last year, right? It's calculating total sales, right? Year-to-date total sales for the same period last year. If no year is selected, then it has no idea what to do. Therefore, this whole visual would turn blank. But because I added this if statement, which checks if the year is filtered or not, now the visual has something to do in the else segment, right? Because now in else, I've specified that if this is not filtered, right? After this evaluates to false, if dim calendar year being filtered evaluates to false through the Isfiltered function, then what I want this visual to do is return, please select a year. And this is what it's going to look like. Please select a year, right? Before, the whole visual would turn blank. Why? Because the visual doesn't know what to do. So now, because of the Isfiltered function, along with an if statement, I am now able to tell the visual, okay, if Isfiltered dim calendar year evaluates to false, then this. If Isfiltered dim calendar year evaluates to true, then this. So now going back to this, let's take a look here. Returns true when the specified table or column is being filtered directly. This is exactly what we just did, right? We wrote down Isfiltered, is this filtered directly or not, and it returns true when it is and false when it's not. And then in an if statement, in something like an if statement, we can specify what to do when it returns true, and we can specify what to do when it returns false. Okay, hopefully this video cleared up what the Isfiltered function does, and after watching this video, I hope you guys are able to implement this in your own unique and creative ways in Power BI. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any questions whatsoever. Thank you.